Hey, what is up? So for this video, I want to react to a scene that was released prior to the premiere of episode 1 of season 6 of Better Call Saul on Monday. So getting right into it, this sneak peek scene for the first episode premiere takes place at the Los Pollos Hermanos chicken farm. During this scene, we see Mike as well as Tyrus meet with Gus Fring in Gus Fring's trailer, a staple location from the plot of Breaking Bad that we have yet to see in the plot of Better Call Saul. So very cool right off the bat. Following Mike entering the trailer with Tyrus, Gus then inquires of Tyrus what happened in respect to the assassination on Lalo Salamanca. Tyrus said that one of the mercenaries who was wounded called their guy and said that they got Salamanca. But of course, Tyrus also says that when the federales got there, that man was dead. All of the men, every single one of the mercenaries was dead. This, of course, is a confusing aspect of this story to Gus Fring, who says to him that all of the mercenaries are dead, yet the mission was accomplished. Mike then goes on to say it's been known to happen. And so right off the bat, before we get into any more of this scene that was released, I definitely think this season is setting up for Lalo Salamanca to have absolutely faked his own death. We can see this based on this scene here, as well as all the other images and teasers that have been teased in respect to Lalo Salamanca. We see him sort of blending in, dressed as a laborer in many scenes. We also saw this individual who looked just like him, maybe a body double of some kind. So Lalo Salamanca definitely has something up his sleeve in respect to getting back at Gus Fring. Definitely making it seem as though he is dead, trying to get the upper hand on Gus Fring and his operation. It's going to be a very interesting chess game here. Very interesting game of cat and mouse between these two characters, which I cannot wait to see unfold next season. Following Gus being confused of this information, but seeming to take it at face value, at least at this time, Mike then offers to Gus to go down to Mexico and bring up Nacho. There's a way to do it safe and discreetly. Gus sort of not really responding here. Mike taking this long pause as a sort of disagreement in tactics by Gus Fring. Then following Gus telling Tyrus to wait outside, Mike and Gus then converse, Gus telling Mike to speak his mind. In this scene, we again seeing Mike advocating for Nacho Varga, who we know from the penultimate episode of season 5 of Better Call Saul entitled Bad Choice Road, that he has an emotional sympathy for Nacho in respect to him wanting to get out of the game, as well as for trying to protect his father as part of this. We definitely see Mike again advocating for Nacho, saying that he deserves your respect. He's done everything he's asked of you. Gus saying, of course, he didn't have a choice. Again, we can definitely see that this resentment of Gus towards Nacho, of Nacho interfering with his myopic revenge against Hector Salamanca and the cartel, has clearly made a very large impact on Gus Fring, where even though he says in this scene that Nacho does have his respect, again, we don't really know if Gus is being completely sincere here or what he exactly means by this. And like I said, with this sadistic revenge against the cartel being his entire reason for being, we can definitely see that Nacho's actions over the course of Better Call Saul have greatly impacted him. And he really doesn't have much empathy for him, even though he claims to have respect for him as a person in the game. Following this, Gus then saying to Mike, is there more you wish to say? Again, I think the premise of this scene is one, to set up the fact that it's apparent that Lalo is going to and has faked his own death, which is going to be a key factor, at least in the first half, clearly, of season 6 of Better Call Saul. And the second part of this sneak peek scene was, of course, to display to us Mike continuing to advocate for Nacho Varga here in season 6, and Gus really not coming around to really having any empathy for Nacho Varga for all the aforementioned reasons in respect to his actions against Hector and the cartel. So yeah, really cool scene here. Really cool to see this location of the trailer at the Los Pollos Hermanos chicken farm reprised in the plot of Better Call Saul after not seeing it since the plot of Breaking Bad. Again, pretty interesting scene here where it seems as though Gus has fallen for Lalo's ruse here despite his own reservations about how can all of the mercenaries be dead, but the job be accomplished. So very curious to see if Gus continues to believe this or if there's a quick change of pace in respect to this story being unbelievable, yet Gus wanting to believe it, I suppose. So yeah, that's all I really got for you guys on this one. I will link this scene in the description of this video, of course. Definitely looking forward to reviewing the first episode of Season 6 of Better Call Saul on Monday, as well as the second episode of Season 6 of Better Call Saul on Monday. And I cannot wait to see all of this begin to unfold real soon. And as always, my name is Anton Jackson. Thank you again so much for watching this video.